Hello everyone. I all hope you had a wonderful day and a very good day on the last episode that I exactly made on Watermaster. Today we're to talk about a very skillful and very powerful, formidable villain known as Black Sport, who's very skillful in hand-hand tech in hand-hand combat, and also has access to advanced technologies which is beyond the sacred world and beyond the sacred universe itself. In Black Sport's early life, Black Sport began his campaign against Water King in order to exactly attack Water World and Water Planet by using his armored technology and his armored technology, his ability and his troops to exactly attack Water King Simon in order for him to take over Water Planet and Water World. In doing so, the attack was quietly staged by Watermaster, who originally became an agent, who Blacksport became an agent of Watermaster, able to exactly stage the attack with the assistance of Watermaster. In doing so exactly, Blacksport exactly nearly succeeded with his attack in attacking Waterworld, in attacking Water Kingdom and Waterworld and Water Planet. In doing so exactly, injuring many people and many citizens of the planet, and many people and many citizens of the planets and the civilization of the planets in doing so. But Water King triumphed in a battle and was able to exactly vanquish Black Sport and his forces, and was able to exactly be triumphant in a battle, and was able to regain control of his world and his home planet and the rest of his citizens, reassuring them that attack like this will be prevented at any cost and any means necessary. When Black Sport was quietly vanquished, he was exactly forced to retreat back to the human world and remain within the surface, able to exactly retreat it back to his platform, which is beneath the surface world, which is beneath the world itself, which is beneath many oceans and many cities, where he can exactly able to exactly operate within his central command and his central headquarters. He briefly informed the Order of the Five, which is a powerful secret society of supervillains, which I exactly told you about, that decides the fate of humanity. The Order of the Five was quietly not exactly quietly pleased with the destruction of Water Planet and Water World, and also the havoc it quietly brought. But Dark Light was very quietly pleased with the destruction. The rest of the members of the Order of the Five were not sharing his pleasing efforts, and praising him and complimenting Black Sport of his tactics in exactly destroying Water Planet and Water City. But despite that, Dark Light and Shadow Master were very pleased with the tactics and with the strategy Black Sport was able to pull off exactly, and very quietly happy. In 2 months earlier, Blackspot launched a staging attack on Waterworld and Planet Waterworld, in order to obtain the blue crystals that were able to exactly study. The attacks was quietly door to door due to the intervention of the water heroes, who are able to fight off Blackspot and his troops, and were able to exactly warn him off with his troops and prevent him from stealing and obtaining the crystal that he was exactly going after. After doing so, failing to obtain the crystal, Blacksport uses armored technology to destroy the crystal, and in spite of not exactly obtaining it, he uses armored rocket launcher in order to destroy the crystal, and the crystal was quietly exploded and was quietly frustrated, forcing him to retreat along with his troops. He was able to exactly receive audience with the Order of the Five, and exactly inform them that he could not exactly fail to recover the crystal, as well obtain it exactly. But the members of the Order of the Five were not exactly quite distraught of the loss of the crystal. They were quietly pleased that everything else is going according to plan. 2 months after earlier Blacksport proving himself to be a worthy member of the secret society of the supervillains, the Order of the Five decided it's best that they extend an invitation to Blacksport, and Bloodsport happily accepted the invitation and decided to join and becoming the next member of the Order of the Five. Bloodsport uses his resources and his troops in order to give the Order of the Five power and more enhanced ability to the organization and also to the society. In doing so, Blacksport kept supplying the Order of the Five with endless technology and endless power. He even formed an alliance with other Shadow Empire warlords and commanders by giving them endless advanced technology as part of their deal with the secret society. The Shadow Empire warlords commanders supply Blacksport and the rest of the Order of the Five with more dark technologies and destructive technologies as part of the agreement, which by the way, successfully happy to oblige. Blacksport even made a pact and a deal with another secret society of supervillains known as the Founders. He made a deal with the Dark King, who's a founder and leader of another secret society of supervillains known as the Founders. In this deal, Blacksport would help the Dark King conquer many worlds and many vast planets and many vast universes. In return, the Dark King would supply Blacksport with many technologies, with many advanced alien technologies and many advanced alien technologies and many adaptable technologies and water technologies and many more destructive technologies which were being supplied by Silver Knight, who became their ally in their conflict, who became their ally in their conquest of conquering worlds and planets and civilization. Blacksport was very quietly pleased and very quietly happy. In doing so, Blacksport launched a full-scale invasion upon the other worlds and upon the other civilization. His attack was quietly thwarted due to the intervention of the Universal Heroes and the intervention of the Intergalactic Coalition that were able to exactly stop some of these troops and were able to exactly take Blacksport into custody. Blacksport fought off against Rex and against the Water Heroes, but was able to exactly remain triumphant until the Water Heroes gained the upper hand and gained the upper hand and upper advantage of the battle, able to exactly take Blacksport unconsciously. Blacksport was transported straightly into the Astral Prison for many years and was quietly disbanded from the group of the Order of the Five and was never quietly heard from the group ever again. Since remaining in the Astral Prison, Amanda Darkness offered Blacksport a new second chance for him to join his group, to join her group of elite warriors, for her to exactly join his group of elite warriors, for her to exactly steal advanced technology, advanced alien technologies and dark technologies from the Shadow Empire and all from the Shadow Empire and all from powerful dark druids and dark witches. Blacksport exactly accepted the proposition and he exactly accepted it and he exactly joined the group. Blacksport became a member of the dark group known as the Dark Group, known as the Dark Blades, who exactly functioning group of Amanda Darkness, who are led by Amanda Darkness in order to steal dark technologies and powerful weapons from the Shadow Empire warlords and from other worldly worlds and planets and civilizations. Blacksport was able to confront the members of the Universal Heroes again, and this time he was able to prepare to fight off against Firebird and against her cover team. The fight between the two groups of the villains and heroes was able to exactly lose an impact site until it got the attention of the other alien citizens, which they were able to exactly hear. The alien citizens came and aided the Universal Heroes in stopping these villains from stealing the technologies and sophisticated technologies from their sinister plans. Firebird and the rest of the Universal Heroes were able to send Blacksport and the rest of the villains back to the Astral Prison where they were supposed to exactly remain from, not until she was confronted by Amanda Darkness, and Amanda Darkness told her that these villains are quietly skillful in their skills and their abilities, and they're quietly needed for a group. Rex exactly and Firebird were able to confirm that this group is exactly posing a threat to humanity and posing a threat to the sacred world and to the rest of the alien civilization. Amanda Darkness agreed that this group is quietly under her control. In doing so, if they quietly expose this group to the rest of the sacred authorities, then they'll exactly expose their operation to the rest of the Sacred Council of the Four-Nation Hunter, which Rex and Firebird agreed that they both have secrets to exactly keep, which Amanda Darkness successfully agreed. In doing so, Blacksport was quietly remaining in the Astral Prison, successfully with Professor War, who was a high-ranking member of another secret society of supervillains known as the Founders. He was able to exactly release Blacksport from his imprisonment and was able to exactly let him run wild throughout the world and able to gather much more of his followers and much more of his elite followers and troops across the world and across Sacred World in order to exactly help him in banning him in exactly achieving his obsession in destroying Waterworld and in destroying Water Planet and in destroying Water King. In doing so, Blackspot planned his revenge, and planning his tactics and strategies in order to exactly destroy King Simon's world and planet and civilization with his troops and with his followers. In doing so, he planned the last attack in his last attempt in exactly destroying Water Planet and Water World. In doing so, exactly, he began his full attack and full invasion on Water World and Water Planet. King Simon was quietly very prepared for this invasion. He and his forces were able to exactly fight off against Blackspot's troops and his forces. They were able to exactly prevent Blackspot and his troops from exactly destroying Waterworld and the rest of the civilization by any means necessary. Blackspot was able to exactly use his sea sword and his weapon to exactly fight off against Water King Simon and was able to exactly literally prevent him, almost exactly killing him and injuring him. Water King Simon exactly became triumphant in the battle and was able to exactly use his water abilities and his water techniques abilities in able to exactly fight off Blackspot and exactly warn him off. Blackspot successfully created a cover smoke and was able to exactly escape during at that time. Blackspot was exactly original agent of Watermaster, who's a powerful villain and a high-ranking member and a current member of a supervillain secret society known as the Dark Fate. In doing so, Blackspot supplied Watermaster with all the technologies and all the power and all the technologies and all the destructive technologies Watermaster acquired. In doing so, he became his former member and his former agent, and he also became a high-ranking member of the Order of the Five, helping the Order of the Five, assisting them, providing them with endless technologies and bases and in island bases for them to exactly operate and island bases for them to exactly operate and use these island bases for them to exactly operate in full secrecy. In doing so, Blackspot became a highly powerful criminal who got exactly access to advanced technologies. He's very confident in his mission and very skillful in hand-to-hand combat. He even exactly allowed his younger brother to become full commander of his troops during the full-scale invasion of the other worlds and all the other planet, whose brother was known as Tyler Black. Tyler Black is very skilled in hand-to-hand combat. He's very adaptable in underwater techniques and very adaptable in swordsmanship and all abilities. Blackspot is very trusting. He trusts his younger brother with his life and with everything else. Even his younger brother trusts his older brother with everything else they've been through. Together, the brothers exactly work together in their quest to conquer Waterworld and Water Planet by any means necessary. With his brother becoming the former member of the secret society of supervillains known as the Order of the Five, Blackspot exactly decided to take matters into his own hands. He even formed a pact with the founders in order to help them with their conquest in conquering vast worlds and vast civilizations and other planets across the known universe and across the sacred universe by any means necessary. He reconvened with the members of the founders with the docking in September the 23rd, and the docking was quietly pleased to tell him that the new threat of the new Lord of Magic would pose a greater threat to everything that you're trying to do, into everything that you're trying to accomplish by any means necessary. The docking told Blackspot to hold of his operations by conquering worlds and civilizations and planets across the known universe and waging war against King Water King Simon, and that in reconquering Waterworld and Water Planet would exactly have to wait. With the new threat of the new Lord of Magic posing a very great threat to the entire sacred world, and to the rest of sacred existence by any means necessary, they will have to hold up the operations and see exactly where the conflict would exactly lead against the universal heroes and against the united heroes against the intergalactic coalition. Despite this, Blackspot is very skillful in hand-to-hand combat. He wields a powerful water sword known as the Sea Sword, using it in order to fight the universal heroes and against any heroes who pose a threat to his mission. He's very confident and very trusting with his troops and with his followers. He literally believes in his followers. His followers believe in him. They see him as a father figure, and they see him as a leader to their cause and to his organization and to his obligation and to his cause and to his organization. Despite this, his followers are very loyal and are very trusting. So is his younger brother known as Tyler Black, who is very trusting to him and very quietly commanded to his cause and to his mission. When Blacksport was quietly the leader of his troops, he appointed his younger brother to take command of his troops and his forces, while he took a step back and appointed his younger brother to become the full commander of his troops, of his forces, of his troops, and the rest of his commanders. Despite this, Blacksport leads his troops and the rest of his forces with greatness and with great ability. He's very skilled and adaptable in hand-to-hand combat. He wields a powerful armor. He wears a powerful black armor, that gives him the power and ability of launching rocket launchers, electricity attacks, cables, electricity, swordsmanships, and abilities to fight. He's very adaptable in agility and endurance. He's very, very skillful, and he's very, very smart, and very, very quietly perceptive, and very quietly intelligent, and very, very ruthless. He's super ruthless, as in the ruthless villain ever known throughout Sacred World. According to the 4 Nation Hunter database, Blacksport is not meant to be underestimated. He's a very, very, very powerful, power-hungry villain who will do whatever it takes to seize power and to seize control and conquering worlds by force and by any means necessary. Blacksport is in command of an entire hidden fleet of battle cruisers under his control, with the fleet of the battle cruisers, where they come from, where their origins are coming from, is still unknown. Blacksport fears no one, and he's exactly in control of his forces and of the entire forces of his followers. He leads them with great audacity, and he believes in his cause in conquering Water World and Water Planet and fighting King Simon, which he believes poses a threat to humanity, and he poses a threat to his power, which he exactly sees him as a threat to everything else he does. And he'll do whatever it takes to remove the threat by any means necessary. He's an arch enemy of the universal heroes. And an arch nemesis of Water King Simon, who is a member of the United Heroes. He despises him and he hates him. He was originally an agent of Watermaster, but now he's a supervillain and a super criminal who's exactly working with these forces, with these troops, and he commands them with great authority. He leads them with great authority. He's a very impatient villain. When he wants something done, he will get it done by any means necessary. He's now a former member of the Founders and of the Order of the Five, of the Founders and of the Order of the Five. Not even part of any supervillain secret society at this stage. But despite at this stage, he still remains in contact with these supervillains. And with the original members of the Order of the Five, and he still supplies them with endless technology, forming alliances with other powerful Shadow Empire warlords, giving them endless technology, supplying them with more technology in return. The Shadow Empire warlords would exactly supply him with more destructive and powerful technology that is exactly beyond seeing. He uses this technology to launch attacks on worlds and planets and civilizations in order to further his own ambition and his own goal. By his side is his younger brother, Tyler Black, who is an assassin and a supervillain who will stand by his elderly brother's side no matter what. The brothers are invincible and formidable villains as they are stronger together. The Universal Heroes and the United Heroes and the 4 Nation Hunters know this because they fought them before in their early life, and they were able to exactly confront them before in many years ago. They were able to exactly have a confrontation with Blacksport and his younger brother, and during that confrontation, they learned that they're very adaptable and they're very skillful in hand-to-hand combat, and they're very, very skillful in swordsmanship. They are not meant to be underestimated by any means necessary. Blacksport is a very ruthless super criminal, forming alliances with the Shadow Empire warlords, with the Dark Druids, with the Dark Witches, even with the Seconds, a group of dark powerful magic users who are exactly now new members of the new Lord of Magic's organization. Blacksport even supplied the new Lord of Magic's secret societies organization with these technologies, with the advanced technologies, and with all the technologies he was able to exactly get. Despite this, he's a very resourceful villain, and a very, very resourceful formidable arch nemesis of the Universal Heroes and of the United Heroes. He despises them, and he hates Water King Simon. He views him as a threat to his mission and to his goal. His goal is for him to destroy Waterworld and Water Planet and and kill King Water King Simon, so that Watermaster can exactly ascend and take his rightful place at Waterworld and exactly become the ruler and king of Water Planet by any means necessary. Blacksport and Watermaster are this close, as in this close. The two villains are this close. They are literally still in contact with one another and they are still close. Despite this, they share different goals, but Blacksport's goal is for him to destroy Waterworld and Water Planet. In this, Watermaster works with Blacksport because they share a common goal, but their goals are quite different. But despite that, their common goal is to kill Water King Simon, so they combine their resources together as two formidable villains, and they work together to kill Water King Simon by any means necessary. Blacksport is very adaptable in endurance, agility, and super strength and super speed. He's a very powerful, quick swimmer and a very adaptable swimmer and a very, very fast swimmer. His true goal is to destroy Water Planet and Waterworld and kill King Simon by any means necessary. King Simon is actually a water hero and a member of the United Heroes, who exactly views Blacksport as a threat and is also an arch nemesis of Blacksport, which he quietly hates and quietly despises him. But despite this, Water King Simon will take him down with the help and the assistance of the United Heroes, and will exactly able to work together to bring down Blacksport's operation by any means necessary. Well, I all hope you enjoyed this video, and I all hope you enjoyed the episode about Blacksport. He's a powerful supervillain, and now he's a supervillain. He's a powerful supervillain of a very formidable foe and an arch enemy of the Universal Heroes. Well, I all hope you enjoyed this video, and I all hope you enjoyed this episode. Have a wonderful week and a wonderful day. See you tomorrow on Wednesday on the next episode. Goodbye. Bye. Bye.